The adventure of your lifetime awaits. Auntie's choice is hired. Hello, daring self-determinist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice, esteemed, invaluable, disposable program. As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. What? That's you. It's an acronym. EIDA. You're an Ida. You still don't get it, do you? That's okay. We need you brave, not smart. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price.
Team against the Protectorate's entire roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week. Even with half our team's 32-back bench, they forfeit
Wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. We need someone not shaped by meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
You guys have been friends forever, right? Question mark.
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision, that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure in self-determinism you will absolutely not regret. Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
Striking? You're saying they're about to turn violent?
Yes, well, if they're this delusional, violence is the next natural step. Who do they intend to strike? Us?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this? I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It's absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes. Negotiate. As in, give in to some of their demands. Won't that set a terrible precedent for others?
No, Ursula, it won't, because we won't be the ones doing it. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability. No, you misunderstand my meaning. Deniability doesn't mean we hide behind you. It means you may act outside the fundamental tenets of Auntie's Choice Society.
But you, who are not officially an Auntie's Choice employee, can do whatever you want. Anyone asks about our involvement, and we I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts.
Up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering confidential. In well, whatever they're working on, don't worry. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice. Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest emotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his...
Sorry, time is bits.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? It shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
I done falled off the corporate ladder. Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
Why, looky here. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or were you moved by our plight? Good, because we need troubleshooters who shoot from the hip and operate at a discount rate for worthy causes, like ours. See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've got it. We pulled our funds from a maverick outsider like yourself to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest to help us climb the ladder. See? Can't say no to that. We tailored our pitch right to one such as yourself, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. Came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two. The third target we'll talk about after. Sort of a controversial figure around here. Consider him a concern for later. Anything else? That's what we want to find out. And that whole smiling business, anybody that's secure in their place here has to have dirt on somebody. Something that we could capitalize on. Oh, nothing so mundane. Alcantara's cornered the market with an wonderful, wonderful. See, everybody? Things are looking up already. Upper middle management, here we come.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Potential as human billboard.
Trinicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching
Remember,
station.
commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the protectorates decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your process. Our overbearing neighbors employ.
Get you something?
Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market? Making the enhancing people's
Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office.
pesky side effects. As an early adopter at Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace.
Think the boss would share that with me? I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care. In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Uranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally... Till next week.
Sponsored fastball team, the anti-Cleo Starlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the...
Yeah, I'm Jean Turfer Tyler.
Look at you, rocketing up the corporate ladder.
The 56th inning, Disney is going to win the game. Whenever I see that moon man's pretty face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's choice! Darlings!
You're here for Melquiades Alcantara. Afraid you're a mite bit late. Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased? Nice try. That was almost fleetingly convincing. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour? Fair assessment. Not particularly helpful, though. We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book. Leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line suffers.
What's funny is like...
No, it would make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about. You're clear to saunter freely. Well, hey, but remember, taste more and feel less. Anti-fizzle numb rum.
Wonder if,
Knock off the funny business.
Our products can reliably prevent that. So I say, don't
Samples from our nutrition tobacco line.
go make something of yourselves. That's lost. More daring.
I'm a huge admirer.
Purpleberry product samples! Purpleberry product samples! Complimentary Purpleberry comestibles! Compliments of Auntie's Choice!
Daredevils, rejoice with Auntie's Choice. Our product line is stronger than
Samples from our nutritious tobacco. Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
needlessly assembled and vastly rebettered through artificial means.
Anti tobacco.
Proud to be 110% wholly plus artificial.
Close enough.
where am I going? What was he?
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by reminding you that this is not the entrance for unwashed service plebes. Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocols, or we'll find other vendors to patronize. Oh, really? You think that you belong in our lounge, dressed like that? 3 cysty pigs in a... The owner tasked me with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice. And you are hardly the kind of inestimable person. Good. Now, please.
Eyes up, Commander. That vent appears person-sized.
Wait, what if I just did this? Like... Can I take the gun off? God, that thing's awesome, dude. It's a sniper rifle. Man.
You're back. Since you see fit to... You ain't soiling our fine establishment with your presence. Think I made that real clear. All right. I'll grant that was passingly clever. I suppose I can make an exception just this once. For a moderate...
I suspect there is some method of ingress that does not capitulate to this cretin's desires.
Very well. We can settle for only a minor contribution to my retirement fund. Take it or leave it. That's because...
So, changing your armor doesn't matter. What is this? This one was something behind. She's very perceptive.
Ostentatious. I expect perpetual
Oh,
inebriation.
look at this one.
Anti-servants remain sane.
See? They're letting in anyone now. Oh, don't we all? Well, since you're here.
How are they serving this shit up here? On them both.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, and I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. Why, yes. Yes, I am. Not sure I appreciate your insinuating tone there. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything. As if I don't know how to scour a crime scene. Please. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Yeah, maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow. Come back when you do, I suppose. Or time for you to
What, Conan?
Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell most, but I think we need to ask the common
Wait,
bottom
what?
rung or
When did...
concern.
How did
Don't you agree?
Hmm? Oh, yes.
Potential as human people. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles!
Try one of Auntie's
We're
choice
literally
tobacco
giving them
lady
away!
products, and you'll save
Father! Hey! Didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times. that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of fellow Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says, anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. Oh, she'd never do nothing like mopping. Not never again, at least. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to. Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, I can't see the harm. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there, to the bottom runger, to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and our lives depended on it.
Of my luxury 60-high expectation lounger, not to mention the concession sales. Invasive marketing hucked it out of the arena with their official Auntie's Choice branded Sprat Crisp penalty buckets. But I digress. Just as in Tossball, we all need to put on our winner face. Go the extra even zone. This is a marathon, not a sprint to get humped in the Wednesday zone. Although there is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides hug. Play by the rules or play to win. You can't do both being motivated. Certainly you are. Now, step up to the line of scrimmage. Bludgeon the competition. See you at center field.
It's not the worst, unless it's forced worst.
Nature heedlessly assembled and thusly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence. Conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice. Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. Time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen.
When you don't have time for Purpleberry lunch, there's always Purpleberry
experimental operations. Welcome to your new role as Site Sanitation Manager, Doc. Next, we have Reginald Oswald in Proprietary Insight Acquisition, demoted for playing confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your income security fundamentals, Reggie.
Auntie Cleo and House Candy Tobacco. Also available in 2 other files.
Next is Elise Grimshaw in Product Development. Remember Elise when you told colleagues over drinks at the bottom runner? And, quote, long in the tooth and short on ideas. Then you agonized for weeks that your comment might get back to me. Anxiety gnawing at your guts. Good news! Your new role as intake greeting specialist will be far less stressful. And if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy. That's it for this demotions report. Until next time, everybody do your jobs and there won't be a next time. Toodaloo!
Auntie's Choice Antibiotics.
Load, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, occasional frivolity. No, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you bits rank and file. The big rig cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadia Grow League is
Oh, she's stuck here. That's right.
profitable program than the Protector's rundown rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative.
Rockets, a deep-fried dough-wrapped pork sausage on a stick.
Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the two zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Ha, that won't put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. And tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest between Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum Brand.
Sorry, guys. I'm letting the dogs out.
Team against the Protector's entire
Come on, guys. Come on, Frey. Let's go. Come on.
Athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles!
Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts.
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just converse, right?
Nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals. That original fruit remains.
Not really. I mean, I've been over there looking at stuff, but not over here, you know, imbibing and parlaying. Ah, this seat looks really comfortable. Oh, I'll stand. Honestly, it's a real pleasure to be here. So, you want to start? Oh, I know. Earth. Heard 2 assessors say something about it. Not talking to us no more, so guess they're mad about something? As to how I got here, first part I'm iffy on. Auntie's Choice all got sent to a mining place. People hated it, but seemed no worse than where we came from to me. Then everyone started fighting. Next thing I knew, Auntie was in charge. Then we were on a ship a while before getting here. Not sure how I got to come along. Maybe Auntie had it sorted, being in charge and all. Eventually, I asked for something to do. I got a note, said pick any job on the ship. I chose this one. Folks back there said they had to guard me. That's the short version.
What are you ladies up to? Question mark.
Capitalism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorates decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process. Our overbearing neighbors and
Merger? Oh yeah, that was a big deal. One day my deep-fried Sisty Bits had a different name, like stuck on top of the bag. I've seen stuff.
we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side
You
effects.
think so? Huh? I just thought it was because we've been friends for ever now. We look out for each other, you know, from afar.
Well suited to the shifting needs of our populace.
Few years, maybe. Hail from Argos originally. Auntie and I both do. Kind of far from here, I think. Had everything. Mining, a garbage pile, sprats, slums, more mining, the works. I always thought that, but just not out loud like that. Like sometimes when I'm cleaning this place, I find a bit or a timepiece or a half-eaten Sprat crisp bag. I turn them in just in case someone's looking for them, which earns me some weird looks. But I figure that's not trash to somebody who needs it. The way I came up, those are treasures. Reckon that's an ample amount of small talk, huh? What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe? Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll, eventually. So, guess she's Dr. Auntie Cleo now, technically? If that's how that works. She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity, back in the good old days, when the company still did, human testing first, instead of just letting stuff willy-nilly out into the wild like now. I was her best test subject. Okay, I got one too. To my former career. Let's see.
Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter-over-quarter.
We were, what do you call them? Bedraggled orphans, together. Both worked at the garbage pile in Argos. She had to pull me out one time, else I'd be smushed right now. Yep, she was close as you are right now. I got stuck in the pile, hoisted me out. Said if she hadn't not shown up, I would have become garbage. You got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
You ate food once? Is that? Is that so? Recall anything else about her of, I don't know, even greater import?
Maybe I can remember other important things like that. I'll sure try. This is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you. All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though. Sure. Is that a further reason people do it? Because I don't think it's for the taste.
Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters.
Well, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years or thereabouts, I think. But, we were real tight when we were nubbins. When she approved my request for this role, I got a letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me. Or at me, maybe.
The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no trouble with the ambition deficient. Respect its subordinates. Spare me no gumption. And
You're probably right. Sometimes thought it might be good to hear from her more, but I guess she's real busy. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, You ever have this empty falling feel? In your chest? Like that, I guess. I should sit down. Wait, am I sitting down? I'm standing. Somehow I still feel like wording more.
we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only retailers for
No. There's stuff I can't say things about. Not to somebody I just met her for now, I reckon. Sorry. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good.
Live, love, laugh, purchase
choice and... with Auntie's choice.
Purple berry product sample. Hey, go-getter. Get yourself over here. Look, I'll be direct. We've had our eye on you for some time. Practically a minute all told. And I can tell you're the very thing we're looking for. You possess the sort of rugged, nonconformist, individualist nature that our listeners identify with. Or believe they do anyway. From the meekest flunky to the most milquetoast myrmidon, why, friend, you're everything they want to be.
A more profitable program than the Protector's watered-down rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started.
There's two things I desperately require. Realism. Authenticity. Sure, some might say they're the same thing, but I use both to highlight emphatic weight. We're working on a brand new set of advertisements and need your exact kind of distinct perspective.
A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our top volunteers play for keeps. I witness no pure...
Of course it pays. Not amazingly, sure, but it's a rare chance to make something true and real that speaks to people and that possesses a certain cachet, right? Listen, you've got the stuff that can't be faked. Our listeners are sophisticated. They can see right through anything less than 110% genuine.
Even with half our team's 32 backs bench, they'd forfeit by mealtime. It would be an embarrassment of body goals. Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full...
Well, you drive a hard bargain. Let's say I'll double the imaginary number I had in my head. Now, shrewd negotiations behind us. Step inside. I'll introduce you to our main creative type, Mitt Tarkenton. Why, the things he does with work, he'll tell you how we do things, how we sell product. Then you provide your expertise, lend your maverick perspective to help him come up with how.
Clear was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality...
All it requires is you be yourself, unabashedly. Then get paid for it. Head into our recording facility when you're ready. Mitt will be in one of the studios. I'll be right along.
The first of many rivals, but that's...
Sorry. Using my latest product here for a recording session?
Something I can help you with?
Yes? Can I help you? Ah, you...
That I did. This is Mitt Tarkington, advertising copywriter extraordinaire. Mitt, this is our maverick outsider. They've heard the pitch and agreed.
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Part the veil about this magical art we call advertising. Everyone, If they don't have a need yet, it's our job to give them one. Then provide it. A little background first to frame your thinking. There are 4 personality types we appeal to when writing advertisement copy.
I'm like you.
I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a persona as a sarcastic doubter, am not normally into things, so you really ought to listen to me about this.
And I just hate that thing that never happens, yet absolutely could.
Any other general questions before we get started?
Somehow all of them, apparently.
Even the most buttoned-down rule follower imagines themselves a rebel in some...
All right. I'll ask a few questions about your singular way of looking at things. Then translate your unique perspective into line. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you?
Okay, here we go.
Insight on your kind of unique perspective?
I always find ways to make others' needs serve my own. Some see us as outlaws.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I'll reinterpret your response into a line for the ad. Something like, calling all rule breakers. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate. Right. Maybe everyone knows you know your stuff because you tell them constantly. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you? Okay, perfect. How about, and you strive for an unfettered existence? Last question. What do you desire most out of life? And I let you have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering. Have just the thing. Available now in double packs for couples. To share with that special someone who's every bit as special as you. Because nothing says lasting devotion like cyst rides built for 2.
Yes. Suppose you might need to hear it assembled to make sense of it all. Just a moment while we put it together. I can already hear it in my head, and it is perfect. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly. Fine work, everyone. Take a good listen.
Calling all rule breakers. Everyone knows you know your stuff. Because you tell them. Constantly. And you strive for an unfettered existence. That's why we've updated our premier cyst rides just for you. Auntie Cleo and Pal's deep-fried Sisty Bits. Available now in double packs for couples. To share with that special someone who's every bit as special as you. Because nothing says lasting devotion like cyst rides built for 2.
Okay.
Spacer's choice swollen head represent the worst impulses of old
Horse comestibles! Purple berry product samples! Purple berry product samples!
Study, but did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacer.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would. Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses. I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt. If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship. Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience.
Moment of your time, Commander.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. Hardly. Quite the opposite, in fact. She's one of the finest minds to ever grace the Order. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path. Inquire away. I may even respond. Another crack like that, and you might just find out. Our department employed a variety of methods to obviate hindrances and threats to the Order's efforts. We were considered wardens of the grand plan, helping correct it when needed. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. All of us are part of the plan. We follow the path intended for us by the architect. We should, at least. Now and then, some push back against their path. but it never ends well. Corrections can take time, even delay in the solving of the equation. That's where we came in, to get things back on track in the timeliest of manners. May all
Grabbing drinky.
That's the archive right there. The archive.
I do like the whole landing pad idea. It forces you into a sightline. Taking that. Shit, teach me how to do it, Frosty. Teach me how to, Frosty. Really, they need to be plasmas and shocks, because that's what I deal the most in.
This graft ain't playing well with the cold. Whole damn arm's asleep.
What is this? It's a town.
I find your proposed time leave unaccountably so.
But going any faster grossly increases the threat of collapse. Burying us beneath the snow benefits no one.
So long as we are operating within the statistical.
Please don't take me on a coattail.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Knock off the funny business.
I'm just looking, lady. Actually, can I read it? And they were probably like, seal that shit up.
Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Only the finest place on this iceball. Words aren't sufficient to capture its many quality attributes. Best you observe it yourself. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step. Here, bundle up.
Department made its share of mistakes, surely, but there was a feeling we all had, like we were writing the universe. It was rather galvanizing. Feels that way again.
Are you saying that the trajectory of our association has reached the apex of friendship?
Hello. Farewell. Thank you for this especially compact conversation.
Arcana. Are you kidding me?
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you?
Hey, Commander. Something tells me the Order won't be keen on letting an enemy soldier walk through their gates. Reckon I oughta step away? Never thought you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could be good allies when we look for help closing the rifts. Assuming DeVries sticks to her change of heart. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? Were that the case, then our little stunt at Horizon Point would have solved this case 10 years ago. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Heard that rift near the archive. Halt. The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's guard.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah, these hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for a reason. We are at war, you might have noticed. The Oracle Laureate is our foremost seer, excluding the presiding bishop herself. He oversees the Department of Predictive Analysis, and in so doing keeps the Order on course. Indubitably, Laureate Beckett said to accommodate you as best as possible, but rules are rules. Was there ambiguity in my previous warning?
Got something that needs doing, Commander? If you say so. Try not to get it.
You're cleared to enter. Go on in.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Ooh, I do love a good brain teaser. How would you know this isn't a trap? What a cunningly simple riddle. I shall have to dissect its mechanics later. Belvedere Hall used to serve primarily as the garden's hub for all manner of research, instruction, and study. A beacon on the hill of progress. Since the Order's forced dispossession of Spireton and the Archive, many spaces within the hall have been repurposed to serve as a temporary headquarters. Which is to say, please excuse our mess. We're still remodeling. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard, at the top of the stairs. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters. Science and progress. And you for recognizing. But now, I fear, may all your...
Okay. She is a talker. I skipped dialogue, voice lines.
Something seem... Oh, never mind. I want to defeat the Protectorate as much as the next rational sentient being. But I'm not sure it's worth allying with the corporatists. You're quite curious. I'm unsure if you're a mercurial contrarian, corporate stooge, or possess some hidden strategy. That's a tall order, but I'll try to be up to the task. May the...
Well, don't you look run of the median.
These are just skills, correct? This is where we need to be taken off. Two would get me there, but... Those doors I can open. Those things don't want me to blow up. Really, I should give up on explosives altogether. Yeah, let's start putting points to our mash. I want to go engineering, science, and guns.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Ooh, a provocateur, are you? How unconventional. But I think you misunderstood the question. Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested? Let's start with one and see how it takes. Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? But if you had to prioritize one area over the other? Expand on that for me. Oh, well, that's certainly specific. You will soon regain your professional momentum, augmented by your recent period of rest and reassessment. Good.
Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, anywhere else in Arcadia, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost unfeasible, wouldn't you say?
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Excellent question. I've been wondering the same thing. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point, perhaps?
What? I just get some secret dialogue.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Dear me. I hope you weren't expecting some illicit tryst. You wicked thing. On the contrary, I need your help proving a certain theory of mine. I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough. It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant. It'd be a lot more difficult to conduct my survey of the garden from outside the garden. Moderate your volume, please! No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. Who knew you had such a keen mind for business? I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier.
My primary task has been to watch the order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Short-range transmission just came in from Zed. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the matriarch and first sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go. If there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous with the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going...
Don't know about you, but that screams experimental rift lab facility to me.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
I'm going to the Rift Modulator, and I'm gonna make a save right now. Let's see. Let's do it. Okay. The lightning's really cool.
Guns locked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
Appreciate a little help, Commander. Knew you had my back.
They're fully healed, and you get their companion ability. The other one gets a big boost. I'll take it. I'll take that. You know, I played with it before. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care if walls are fine.
That's one hell of a wall. Going over or under's out of the question. What about around?
Incoming. Get clear.
Are you showing us?
Getting rusty there, Commander.
Ooh, that almost killed me. I'm about to go get cured. I'm gonna do the rift modulator first.
Please try to limit further damage, Commander.
Zebulon. I could go meet Zebulon.
Whatever that was, doesn't sound like anything I'd like to be close.
That does me. Huh.
In the nick of time, as always.
Your arrival could not be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. I hope you're able to maintain that level of enthusiasm after being shot at a few times. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people. The time for considering risk is past. We cannot afford to be timid when battling giants. Besides, now I have 2 Earth Directorate agents to assist me. What could go wrong?
I can see a half dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done. Must you? We are on the precipice here, and I shouldn't have to tell you. We should hurry inside before more guards arrive.
I want to go get the rift modulator first.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Hear me?
Don't make me bury another agent!
I'm backing scan.
Good thing it gave me that other jump. Jesus. I was going over the edge there for a second.
I'm down in case you haven't noticed.
Freya, hush.
Provocation in progress. There be none. Adversary.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Target analyzed. Let down fire. Go for qualification.
Locking them down. Taking the fight out of them. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Knew you had my back.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here, guys. I'm off tomorrow, though, and, let's see what this does. Alright, so progress points forward. Save here. And I'll see you all tomorrow.